Hi everybody, Daryl Elmore here. I just wanted to weigh in with a couple of quick reactions myself on the discussion forum post that was presented by our first pair. Special thanks to Jakara and Adriana. Thank you so much for going first. You guys posted an interesting discussion forum topic, a TED Talk, and some good questions for thought. Many of you guys, along with myself, reacted when you look at a text, sometimes you want to read with the grain, agreeing with it, and against the grain, disagreeing with it. A lot of us agreed with it initially. The speaker, have notes here, Michael Schellenberger, Why Renewables Can't Save the Planet. The speaker did offer some compelling arguments and with some evidence. So the argument that, we always tend to think of solar and wind as these wonderful clean energies that are practical and could be a long-term solution to sustainability. But he did present some facts that that made a case that those might not be as wonderful and effective as we think of them to be. So interesting. So on the downside, I do appreciate those of you who presented some opposing or alternate points of view. First, many of you guys wanted to see more research before making a final judgment on this issue. I think that's very wise. Obviously, if you were going to do some grad school level research on this, you would read lots and lots and lots of books and articles on this topic. Second, many of you pointed out that he seems to have a history of changing his position, this particular scholar. That's not necessarily a bad thing. Sometimes a scholar will launch a hypothesis and then, when presented with further evidence, might change that hypothesis. But some of you guys, looking through his history of some of his ideas, suggested that maybe he changed his mind too much. So that might be a possibility. Third, some of you all pointed out that sustainability and energy, solving the energy crisis, and climate change, all of these are these are all very complicated, complex problems. And the author here, the speaker here, seems to have presented an either-or argument. So you might call that the black and white fallacy if you study logical fallacies. It seems that there was an argument between, well, there's either nuclear or there's wind and solar. And that's a false dichotomy or a black and white fallacy, because there are lots of other ways that energy problems could be addressed. So I'm glad that you all recognize that there are other ways that we can reduce energy. Okay, so a fourth, and I think the biggest problem for me, issue with his argument was that he downplayed the danger of accidents and nuclear waste. Those are big problems. I'm older than you guys, most of you guys, and I remember 3 Mile Island from the 70s. I remember Chernobyl from the 80s, and of course many of you guys probably remember the Japan nuclear site issues. So there have been 3 disasters, and fortunately they haven't been as catastrophic as maybe they could have been. So plus he showed a picture of nuclear waste in these nice, tight, clean little drums in this cute little garage, and I thought visually maybe that was misleading. I think of nuclear waste as something a little more sinister. Nobody wants it in their state. So I thought that was downplayed a little too much. I thought that argument needed more backing to reassure us that those dangers could be avoided. So anyway, I just wanted to offer my thoughts, and thank you so much. These paired discussions I think are important. I, as the instructor, chose 3 textbooks that I think are interesting, and I hope you're enjoying State of the Wild so far. And I like to have you guys team up and choose texts and sources that you find interesting. We can have TED Talks this semester, we can have articles, we can have cartoons or memes if you want to do a week where it's lighthearted. There's one week where I did the paired discussion for you all on a Wednesday, and I chose environmental issues popping up in rock and roll or pop music. So you can be as serious and scholarly or as fun and lighthearted as you want as we go through the discussions this semester, you and your pairs. If you have not yet signed up with a partner, please go to the Google Docs sheet that I sent in announcements and sign up. Okay, that's it. Thanks to the pair that we'll be presenting this week. And just about every Wednesday, we'll have another pair present some sources for us to look at. Thanks, and have a good week. Bye.